Commissioner didn't tell you, that he told me to tell you, is that we are all going with him to London for the Olympics. But just in case you missed it, can I just ask the members of Parliament from the British Parliament who are here to just stand so that we can acknowledge. Herself, who speaks on behalf of the board of the Princess Foundation,
I've been in Jamaica long enough to say all protocols observed. Okay. Tread on no toes in introductions, and everyone's been introduced. Rosetown is an example of what partnership can do. Government partnership, government agencies, the private sector, and most important, the community. When I first came to Rosetown, there was Anne going around measuring. The architect, where are you, Anne? There was Hooper calling us on the telephone. There was Brenda saying, "You will come to Rosetown, Michelle. I am your ambassador." So I did embark on this wonderful journey, and what we have today is a stunning example of what the energy and the vision of Prince Charles has brought to this project. When he began, it was an idea that he held dear. It was not hard to be smitten by him with his love for places like Sierra Leone, Jamaica, places that needed that kind of cooperation. He was willing to walk into places that most people don't bother. It's not important enough. Why would I go into Sierra Leone and a whiff of the air can cause contagious diseases but he cares. He cares about the world he's in, but he especially loves Jamaica. So when Prince Charles started this project to regenerate the town, I thought, well, my gosh, how are we going to keep it going? I know how fast a beautiful home goes downhill if you don't have the finances and the resources to continue to invest in your property personally once you have that title and once the carpenters have helped build it. So we sat on the back of the boat when he was here, and I said, "Sir, do you think if we help these potters who are doing pottery in Rosetown, that the School of Traditional Arts would send teachers over to help us to do this? And do you think if I brought friends to give to this, we could put all of our money into Jamaica and the Jamaican projects?" And in that wonderful way he says, "I don't see why not." And we were launched. I knew we were set. 2008 is not so long ago. Let me introduce to you the woman who is one of the teachers from the Princess School of Traditional Arts, who has been aided by a grant from USAID to have moved to Kingston from at least now till Christmas, and I hope forever, so that this goal that we have to raise the pottery of very creative people to a brand Jamaica product. I want to walk into the National Gallery and I want to see your pots, I want to see your things. Extraordinary. You can hide back there, but I'm not going to let you do that. Come on up here. Fasua Ando started teaching the potter program, but she taught pottery, she taught life skills, she taught money and business and budgets, and she taught how we make a space ours. And they moved from the library where they had a couple days a week or a month that they could work into their own space. And they shoved the rubble around and made it into a studio that you're going to be lucky enough to see today. And actually, I'm hoping, Mr. Clark, where are you? I'm hoping you own that property too, so that as long as but to me, the excitement is what's been done and what can be done. Because you in Rosetown have no choice. You have to succeed. Because the hope that you've had to get to this point is the hope that you'll give communities all around. This can't be a one community project. But if other communities see your success, you'll give them the will, the hope, and the determination to copy what you've done here. And there's enough talent in Jamaica that we don't have to have competition for the potters. Each community can do its own thing, do the things that it does best. maybe weaving in St. Elizabeth, maybe whatever. We know we carve on Rose Hall, and the impact is terrific. I've seen it at the American Friends of Jamaica Ball in Miami. I've done it in the American Friends of Jamaica in New York. I've done it at the National Cathedral where they celebrated Jamaica as their main country on the 50th anniversary. And I had the ultimate compliment. Some of the artists that were displaying their paintings came up and said, "Did the Rose Hall artisans hire you to sell this stuff?" No amount of money in the world could pay me to sell what I have such a fierce love in my heart for people who have placed their trust in us, in you, Fasua, in Prince Charles, and Hooper, Brenda. They've placed their trust in us. We're not going to let them down, and we're not going to let Jamaica down. Now, you might be saying, gosh, I've seen everybody but the ministers from Jamaica, and where are they? So let me explain. There are 3 days after the budget presentation that are called Standing Finance Committee meetings in which no one is excused. So I spoke to the Minister of Finance. I said, can't you just stop on the way, make the... He said, no, but I'll send my words. So if you'll indulge me, I'll read you the words of the Honorable Peter Phillips, Minister of Finance.